Hi, welcome everybody, it's Mike Newton here at Lytham Golf Academy. I've got a forged iron head-to-head video for you here with the ever popular Titleist AP2 iron. Okay, and that's going to go up against the Callaway Apex Pro Iron. Okay, so very similar irons in terms of that little small cavity in the back, very classic finish, forged golf clubs. These are both 7 irons, both 34-degree lofts, very similar shafts here, similar setup. So going to put these two together, maybe see if there's any differences of launch, spin, ball speed, distance, and maybe give you an idea of a little bit of look and feel between these two irons. Give you guys a bit of a bit of an inkling as maybe what two you would go out there and test or be fitted for yourself. So I've set this sim up about 170 yards away from the green here, which is probably, I'm expecting, not because these are high lofted, well, when I say high lofted, maybe more true lofted golf clubs here, so they're not very, very strong as other models or more game improvement irons are. So I've set myself 170 yards away, should be a good distance for this particular iron. I'm going to start with the Callaway Apex Pro to start off with. Let's get the first one hit. Yeah, it's a nice start. It's a great feel, exactly what I'd expect to feel from a forged golf club here. That carried out at 162. Okay, so it's not the longest, and these aren't designed to be long hitting. Okay, the idea between these two irons that I'm hitting here is obviously the more aimed at the lower handicapper here, the better ball striker, and generally those sort of guys aren't that bothered on extra distance, but they want that ultimate control. And this is maybe what we're going to look into in terms of the launch and the spin, because they want to control that golf ball when it comes into land on the green. Okay, it's a lovely strike. Feels as good as what you're going to expect a forged iron to sort of feel. Carrying that at 165 there, so it's not long, but it's not supposed to be long. You know, these irons aren't designed to be long hitting. Okay, the loft's here at 34 degrees, more true loft. The player it's really aimed at is the sort of low handicapper who isn't necessarily looking for distance, but looking for that ultimate control. Good spin number, hitting a consistent carry number, which is what we're going to look at, and ultimately control that golf ball as it lands. Okay, that was a little bit low in the face, that particular strike. Yeah, so 161, just dropped off a little bit on yardage there, a little bit low in the strike there, which I could really sort of feel. I probably, if I had a game improvement, I might not feel that miss strike as much. And that's probably the only issue with these smaller headed clubs is you do feel your miss hits a little bit more than maybe what you do with a more forgiving iron. Okay, so as I'm presenting that down by the golf ball here with the Apex Pro, it's a lovely compact head. It's that chrome finish, it's the sort of medium thin top edge there. It's a very sort of compact blade length from heel to toe. Everything you'd expect from more of maybe a player's golf club here. Probably the one thing, and this is me being personal and maybe a little bit picky, one thing I would say here is that leading edge, as it comes out of the hosel there and goes into that leading edge of the blade, it sort of kinks back and then sort of has a very rounded front blade there, which I'm not too keen on, but that's me being maybe a little bit picky on look here. Okay, let's give this third shot a hit. Okay, again, not a bad shot there. It's finding the green, so I'm finding the accuracy with this iron. So we'll hit the last shot with the Apex Pro, and then we'll move on to the AP2. Yeah, it's a lovely strike again. It's quite a high ball flight there. It definitely sort of hangs in that area a little bit longer, stops very quickly. Interesting to see some spin numbers here. Okay, another green hit there, it's good. So I'm seeing the consistency in terms of obviously hitting the green here with this iron. Let's have a look at the spin later, but we'll go AP2 and then we'll look at some numbers. Okay, so AP2 in our hands here now. Okay, 7 iron, 34 degrees of loft. Okay, let's give this first one a hit. That's a lovely strike to start off with. Again, feels great. Forged iron's going to feel good. Okay, so 167 carry, it's good carry there. So as I sit the AP2 down behind the golf ball, again, very similar to the Apex Pro in terms of the head shape. Probably the top edge, it probably isn't, but it just looks, maybe just the way it's shaded, it looks slightly thicker, if I'm going to say anything, but obviously the compact head shape, blade length is very similar to the AP2. A little bit more of a squared off head shape as opposed to the Apex was a little bit more rounded. Okay, let's give this one a hit. Okay, that was a little bit skinny there, like I hit a skinny one with the Apex. That was a little bit thin, but again, it's hitting the green, dropping off on distance slightly, 163, obviously because of strike. Yeah, it feels really solid, that. It's a lovely ball flight to look at. Again, 162 carry there. Again, seeing that high, fairly high ball flight there, I've struck that really well. Just turn that a little bit over, right to left. So there's that yardage just squeezed out, 170 there. I've really middled that one. Okay, so there's the two irons hit, AP2 against Apex Pro. Let's go and look at some numbers, a little bit more detail. Let's see if there's any differences of these ball speed, launch spin, etc. Checking some numbers out here. So we're going to look at Apex Pro Titleist AP2, so you can see 91.5 against 91.4 club head, virtually identical. Ball speed 118 against 118, virtually identical. Launch 19.5, 19.8, identical. Spin, very little in it side spin wise. Back spin wise, a little bit of a difference here. So we've got about 600 revs lower with the AP2 there. Now obviously the second shot here, you can see that was the one I thinned a little bit, and that's obviously just dropped the spin down quite a bit. Having said that, the second shot, funny enough, with the Apex was a skinny one as well, and that also dropped it down. But you can see 7,000, 6.8, 7.1, 6.3, 6.3, 6.4. So definitely AP2 just spin a little bit less there for me under that particular test. So looking at distance number there, probably because of that slightly lower spin, it's just squeezed out a few more extra yards, 165 against 162, but not a great deal in it. Bit of a bigger difference of spin number though. Okay, so there we have it, two very sort of classic irons there from two of the big brands really, Titleist and Callaway. So if you're a golfer out there who isn't really looking for some distance here, but is looking for some feedback and feel, obviously both forged heads, some more consistency of numbers hit and spin numbers in the right area so that it's not too low. So ultimately when you're hitting into a green, say for instance you've got a downwind, middle of summer, green's firm, you want to stop that ball quick when a flag's tucked behind the bunker, these irons are going to do this much more obviously than more of a game improving, stronger lofted golf club here. So if distance isn't your issue, but you want ultimate control, then these two are very good sort of options. Still providing a little bit of forgiveness there. They've got these small cavities, so it's not an out-and-out blade iron here. You've still got that little bit of forgiveness when you do venture from centre there, but ultimately you're getting some control of that golf ball. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Do appreciate you watching my videos. Please hit that subscribe button. Comment down below if you've got any questions regarding this video, or if you've got any ideas of future videos you maybe want me to try and do, I'll do my best to do it. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you all very soon.